A very pleasant Thursday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Morning, Richie B. Morning, Up and Go team. Shells, have a wonderful day. And the entire team have a wonderful day. I want to say morning to all those listening, all those on the bridge. You know, it's always a pleasure. We all do this just for you. And a very special morning also to the team Untangle. Okay, it is now time for us to join our listeners and viewers of the Irie Jam Radio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Beauregard.
How are you today, Mama Kelly?
I am very well. Today was a music day. We never have no interview today.
And that's fine. Music is just as good.
Just, yeah, sometimes,
Yeah,
don't
man.
it?
Yeah, man.
Same way, so. Same so. So is it your side?
Everything is all right on this side. We're in the 70s today in terms of the weather. So, you know, the weather is breaking now. We're in this fully in spring mode and looking forward to better days.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so you remember the Coral Garden incident, or I call it the Coral Gardens atrocity, on Tuesday gone. Well, I recognize them today. So it's actually April 11 to 13. And, you know, unfortunately, my birthday is going to be on Bad Friday. But, you know,
Well, Mama Kelly, before anybody else, I want to say a happy birthday to you when it comes. And I want you to enjoy and more life, more prosperity, whole heap of blessings and all the great things in life.
Thank you so very much. I know I'm going to do just that. Can I tell you something though, Beauregard? I tend to, you see, New Year's Eve and my birthday,
Yes.
I have fun, but I never overdo it. I always like for just have a nice time, but I kind of like for go inside and, you know, give thanks for life. You know them kind of way there?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so I
What,
always...
what are some of the things you have done in the past which you consider having fun on your birthday?
having fun.
Well, the things that you can share with us. some of your best pastimes of your birthdays.
Oh my God. I'm being told to speak the truth. Okay. Let me tell you something that I had 3 years ago. I went down to a beautiful river in Gordon Town. And it was actually, I don't know if you know Dr. Knife. We call him Fire Knife. But he lives on that property that has this beautiful river running through the property.
Right.
And he invited quite a few of my friends. Stepper actually did the invitation. So Stepper invited some of my friends, and we were down there all day. And we cook, and we listen music, and we reason, and we swimming at the river. That's my kind of fun.
Nice.
So, you know, and I want to say happy birthday to Impo, who was the chef on that particular occasion. He has a birthday today. So that's my, you know, that's my kind of fun. I have some strange kind of fun, but that's one of my kind of fun. And, you know, another thing that I love to do, the road trip. I know it's so, I love road trips.
Yes, me too, myself. I love to you know, drive and I don't like to drive too long.
Right.
But I enjoy road trips. You
Right.
can stop and, you know, do things and get back in the vehicle and continue a trip.
Yeah, man. And you pack
like
up the
that.
car with a food and
Yeah, man.
juice and oh man. And then you meet the people them along the way in the communities. I
Yes.
love that.
Yes.
And then
You know-
go ahead.
No, I was going to share with you, since you were talking about river stories, I was going to share with you one of the, I don't quite remember this story too well, but it was told to me as I grew up when I was younger. I don't know how old I was at the time, but this is a story about my brothers and sisters. My mother had left and told them not to leave the house. And they decided to leave the house, so them gone a river with them cousins and, you know, brothers and sisters and cousins, everybody gone a river. Now me as the little baby, I follow back at them. Well, they had to bring me. Not that I was following back at them. They had to carry me with them. So everybody have fun at the river now. I don't remember what river it was or anything. Everybody have fun at the river now, Mama Kelly, and it looked like I must have seen my mother come. them Them say me chuck off in the river.
Oh, Lord have his mercy. How old were you,
I
Beauregard?
do not remember, Mama Kelly. I have to find out because I barely remember the story. I don't even remember it too clearly. But it's something that was told to me by my mother and my brothers and sisters. So, you know, I know that it's something that really took place. But them say it's look like me see my mother come now because everybody are going to get in a trouble. And me jump off in the river, say me I run from mommy.
You swim from mommy?
Me can't swim.
Oh my goodness. You serious? So what happened?
I chuck them up, chuck in and save me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's a story that I've told. They laugh after me so many times when them tell me them stories.
You mean no man, that one ain't no funny like the relay. Me say Beauregard, the relay take the whole weekend. Trust me, last weekend. Remember me tell you.
All when we go up on the road, you know, everybody a clown about it, you know, Mama Kelly. Yeah? One of my brothers that call me Baton Boy.
No one they take a key.
So you're the Baton Boy, you run left the man and I give the man the baton.
But you know another thing that you know another kind of fun, but this was more like, as you talk about picnic, we never had much river. Well, you know, I grew up in Harborview, right?
Yes.
So we used to go to the sea a lot, right?
My story might have took place in Portland.
Oh, Portland, yes.
That is where
Whole heap of water there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, one of my favorite parishes, Portland.
Yeah, man.
So when we were growing up in Harborview, now, of course, you know, there's a sea. But for all the Harborview people who know that there's a tower on the hill that we call the Martello Tower. You know, the Martello Tower. So we'd a hike, go up the hill and pick guinea and shoot bird and them kind of something there.
Right.
And, you know, I remember even when we shoot bird, you know, me no remember I pluck them the bird there, no, but anyway, my brother them say we used to pluck it, but me just remember that dropping in the frying pan. Anyway, one day, me dear sir, we go up the tower and we up, well, you know, back in the day, you know, them usually call them Obiaman or Blackheart man. But anyway,
yes,
whichever one of them did live up at the tower one at a time. Now, my cousin them come from Havendale and they were spending the weekend with us. Now, you know, Havendale little more, you know.
Yes.
More than which more than where we there. Remember that one way. Do not carry your Havendale cousin them any hand anywhere. Me dear sir, we go up at the tower. The gentleman we up there and live up there. We no remember about him, you know, we up in the tower. Hold on. You know, we just hear, boy! At the door that slam shut, you know, and at the whole with that in the tower with the mad with the, look here with the hubby man and wife and them who have to call him. And
So
watch on the man. And the man promised me diligently say we're not going home today. And when you see the man, you know, man, I mean, let me tell you, every bodily function start right away.
Wow.
Literally. And make I tell you something, you know. My can't forget my brother them say we're gonna push down the door and the whole of we after 3, 1, 2, 3, you want to see Havendale cousin and
like them don't know about it.
look here, them no remember which part they come from. People can't have some like views about people because when we think about Havendale all know, I say they know what's about Havendale cousin anyway. You want to see Havendale cousin and the Harborview well boy and lick down the door and run all the way back home. I will never forget that incident. And you know, and
the thing about us growing up in the Caribbean and in Jamaica, well, I can speak for Jamaica, is when you hear these things, you believe them automatically. Superstitious stuff, Mama Kelly. The stories, dopey stories and them things there as a child, you automatically believe them. You can't escape them. You have to, you know, wonder
believe it.
Yeah, you have to pass open land, you have to wonder if, you know, a dopey over there is rolling calf or whatever.
Well, me don't know about nobody else. But you see, when me grew up, when we depend we used to go Harborview Primary School, and every now and then we depend the ball ground, and somebody just ball out, Blackheart man.
Everybody scattered.
Everybody can't thank God because we usually hear say him love little picnic heart. Look at the man. Yes.
Wow.
So you can imagine, we never, anywhere the strength we come from, I'll never forget. 1, 2, 3 and the door drop down, everybody push one go and run all. When I say enough respect to all the people in my Harborview, because the Harborview people, them know about Martello Tower, you know, man.
Right.
Anyway, so Baton, so Baton boy, what else is going on your side of town? enough to tell me, you know. Me tell you, me warn you. Me warn you.
Oh man, Mama Kelly, some of the more serious things that's taking place over here is the fact that they caught the subway shooter.
Good.
He actually turned him himself. They say he called the Crime Stoppers hotline and said he knew they were looking for him and he wanted to clear up some things. So he told them to meet him at the police to meet him at some McDonald's in Brooklyn. And when they got there, he wasn't there, but by scouring the area and looking around, they were able to find him. Plus, there were also citizens on the streets who started to notice him. So
is he mentally sound?
I am waiting to see, because it looks that way. I've seen a video where he's talking about post-traumatic stress, about coming back from war and things of that nature. So I'll be looking into that to see his mental state. You know, most of the times, you know, that is the reason, mental health.
Yeah.
Why a lot of people act out and do some of these things. So
yeah.
I'll be waiting to get some more information. But it's good that, you know, they got him. And
you know, we noticed though, especially your side of town, black people no mad, you know, only white people mad.
That's why I'll be waiting to see and you know, hear what they say, and also to make my own judgment.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
in terms of what I think.
I don't think I mean, how sound mentally can someone like that be? You know?
Yes, to do what they did, to do what he did or the suspect did.
Wow.
But this was overall a big test for Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul and also the new police commissioner Sewell, who are all new in their respective positions at this time. So, you know, it's not even a year since they have been in those positions, and this is one of the biggest things since the pandemic that took place in New York so far. So it's a big moment in their careers, and, you know, in terms of moving forward, we have to see how do they keep the citizens of New York from living in fear and once again feeling safe in New York City.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Especially with the subways. You know, the subways are like, how should I say, like the blood vessels of the city.
Yes.
You know, once those shut down, a lot of movements shut down.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, this one says, you know, before I read it, have you ever seen this commercial about Grammarly? I think these people need Grammarly. But anyway.
Yes.
no, I mean.
It's a couple of them.
No. No disrespect. But it says here, the requirement for persons traveling to Jamaica to present a negative COVID-19 test certificate for a test conducted no earlier than 3 days prior to the date of departure for Jamaica, and the requirement for each person in an enclosed place to which the public has access to wear a mask fitted to that person's face so as to cover the person's nose and mouth will expire on April 15.
You lost me, Mama Kelly. My lost.
No, all of that we said. No, man. Grammarly, we need you.
Is that just one long run-on sentence?
Just what? It's like they do business. Then just anyway. The bottom line is that all of that will expire on the 15th of April.
Okay.
Which is tomorrow. which is tomorrow. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Anyway, you know what I would like to know, though? All right.
Jamaicans are the best, man.
And, you know what I would like to know? Can you imagine? Get me all of that, and you, it's like you're taking a breath for the person who write it. But anyway. Anyway.
One thing with us Jamaicans, you know, Mama Kelly, when we do our thing, we want to see the best in our grammar. So where that came from, I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Grammarly, here we come.
Because we like to spell and pronounce.
Yeah, ooh,
you
God.
Know? Yeah, man. One thing though, we not leave out our L out of the flitters.
No.
Or the being a family.
No. No, you know, all right, the being a family, me didn't know, so not dead. But can I be very honest with you?
You thought it was flitters?
Yes. No, me not care when nobody want to say. But when me I grow up a flitter, you know, I not really just that, you know, but you ball it out loud and proud, you know, flitters. No.
What about the iron funeral?
No, sir. Me didn't know that one day. Flitters beat me though. Me I tell you the truth. Flitters did have me. Me I tell you the truth. And it's is after we ball it out for many years.
Yeah.
Then we realize say no L no hina Flitters.
We still say Flitters to this day.
You still say Flitters?
Yeah, of course.
Because Fritters. Look here. If somebody say
Fritters are something new to me. That sound new to me.
And it can't nice like Flitters.
Like film. Film, we take picture of, put the film in the camera.
Hey, you remember Hope Gardens? You remember
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
look at this something. You see when we are growing, just the other day we were talking about country and town, right? When we are growing up, I will go for Hope Gardens. Me remember, me not disrespect no country people or not, but them usually go up to Hope Gardens to take picture more than we. And they usually have this cameraman name and wait for the country people to take a color snaps.
No, Mama Kelly, when you say them used to love God more than me, say, honestly speaking, you know that it's always been a big thing for people in the country to come to Kingston.
Yes, still.
Yes.
Still.
Yeah, man.
Not as much, but
right.
still.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yes. Anyway, Vaughn is going to have face if we don't take a, not a color snaps, but if we don't take a commercial break. We need to take a commercial break. We soon come. We're not nothing to do today, no, so appear at this.
We'll be right back.
Thank you very much. Once again, we want to say thank you very much for joining us on the Bridge 99 FM. We're streaming live to the Tri-State, and my co-host is Beau Regard, and he is on the Irie Jam Radio. So
yes.
I know you have more stories, but before we go into the other stories, you know, I can tell you something about them listeners. Them just love the abs house, So one of my sisters know she live your side too. She live in Connecticut. Okay. So here she know. Oh, we forget swims.
Swims. Swims. Yeah, that's I want to. For real.
You want swims. Lord of mercy. So what else is happening? Oh my God.
Mama Kelly, I was on social media and I came across a video that actually went viral, and we need to untangle this, and I'm going to let you hear what's transpiring, because after the video went viral, the lady that's in the video, she actually contacted a news reporter saying that she wanted to set her story straight. So I'm going to play a clip of what's going on in this video for you, so you can hear.
All right.
No one expected jury selection in the Parkland shooter's penalty phase trial to go viral, but this clip of a potential juror explaining why she can't serve on the panel made the rounds on social media.
I need to figure out something. I have my sugar daddy that I see every day.
I'm sorry?
My sugar daddy.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. But
Well, I'm married and I have my sugar daddy. And I see him every day.
That woman, Mrs. Bristol, a native New Yorker, says she wasn't trying to weasel her way out of jury duty.
If I do this case for 6 months, I have a hardship. That means my sugar daddy can't support me.
She told me that 6-month time frame would put her in a financial bind. How much exactly per month she claims she'll miss out on?
$8,000 a month.
The penalty phase for the shooter.
Wow. Mama Kelly.
But the sugar daddy offline? No. But
$8,000 a month.
$8,000 a month. She sure say a sugar daddy.
She says she can't serve for no jury. She don't have time for the jury because she's going to end up in hardships.
8,000 US, boy, God. No, you make me start lick me chest and multiply for me little currency now by 40. What? No, eh?
And do you know that she was actually excused?
You serious?
The judge actually excused her from the case.
Is the judge a man or a woman?
A lady, a white lady.
I must want away. Trust me. You know, hey, can I tell you something? When you're a woman, it's not that funny, you know. Because me wish me could have find it funnier than how me find it. But when me consider me 8,000 US, I mean multiply that by 40 Jamaican, you know how much money that?
But Mama Kelly, there's also something in there. I'm not sure if you heard that part.
What?
She says she's married.
Yes, me hear that part there. She named Mrs. Somebody. No.
Miss Bristol.
What nationality is she?
I'm not sure. She sounds Caribbean.
She sounds Caribbean. That's
Yes.
why I asked. But you know, this is the time we're living in now, you know. And you see
But for her to come on news now and put her face out there in the public, like she says she's married, plus she has to see her sugar daddy.
Yeah, but
what
watch
happens
this now.
though?
No, but watch this now, Beauregard. The husband probably don't want her to go on jury duty.
I must say, need the
Oh, you mean? Oh, what sugar daddy? Time on. Look here. Me like him.
Gas price.
Yeah,
all
how you
that
mean?
stuff.
How you mean? I eat grand in her virgin.
Oh man.
No, you're the next thing. No, she want carry the sugar that. No, she not go want to do that because if you are one good, cut down to 4 grand because the woman, the rest of the woman, them are go, you don't know, tap in, but the sugar daddy.
Well, so she need her sugar daddy, sir.
Can you imagine? But you know something?
Sitting in a courtroom all day long for 6 months. And I don't believe you get paid for doing.
Well, I was just going to say that.
You're not getting no money for the jury duty.
You see, out here, I must say bus fare and lunch money you get, you know. Out here, you know. So, me don't know how it's still over your side, but me quite get her. Me get her.
You say the sugar daddy beat the case any day.
Yeah, look here. Me now go say it moral or nothing like that, but it practical, very practical. Because you see the female judge work out how much $8,000 can do, you know, and say you're free to go. You're free to go out. Me like her.
Yeah, Miss Bristol, big her up.
Yeah, man, bless her up, big her up. And she honest, she, you know.
Yeah, and that's what she came on the news to clarify, that she was just being honest. You know, she said it wasn't a way trying to weasel out. She's saying that she's going to actually face these hardships in the 6 months to come if she's not able to see her sugar daddy. So.
Vaughn, the producer of Untengle, said we need her for Untengle because she know how to untangle. Trust me. Yeah, man, she know how to untangle. But can you imagine, though, in a time like this, and you see the fact that she bold enough to come on TV, come say it means, say, hey, when she get that 8 grand, you know, if me know the man, them like, oh, me know the man, them, you know, 4 grand of fame. 4 grand of fame. Right away. Richie like the husband. Richie say, yeah man, business we are dealing with. Yeah man.
Okay, so I just got some information that jury duty here in the United States is $40 a day for the first 3 days. I'm not sure how much you get after that if the case goes on any longer.
$40 a day for the first 3 days. So that's basically lunch, transport. That's not pay.
Sound like lunch alone.
Sound like lunch alone. No, for 3 days. $40 for the 3 days or $40 each?
For the first 3 days. $40 per day. For the
per
first
day.
3. Yes.
That's not bad. It's certainly better than ours. We could have get $40 too.
$40 Jamaica.
Thank you. It's so easy to mention to you. A $40 we could have get to, you know.
Wow. So many things happening in the world, man. A lot of things are taking place. Are you familiar with the actor Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yes.
Yes, he actually pleaded guilty on Wednesday to 1 count of forcible touching in a case that's been going on since, 2019. It involves 3 different ladies that says he violated them in Manhattan at various night spots, and he pleaded guilty to one of the charges. So I'm not sure what's going on with the other 2, but for one, he has pleaded guilty.
Touching, Cuba Gooding, touching weirdo.
I'm not sure. The article does not say where, but it says forcibly touching.
Okay. Yeah, the forcibly really is that not right? But, you know, wow. Because in Jamaica recently, not recently, about a year or 2 ago, about probably 2 years ago, they said that if you actually them never say it like this, but how me get to understand it is if you're actually in a space or in a workplace and you just look somebody, you can get charged for that, and it's the lady them.
For sexual harassment.
Yeah, but
Yeah. But you know that topic. Some of the things when it comes to what they say sexual harassment is a very very thin line, and you have to be careful. I mean, some people are afraid to actually. I mean, men are even actually afraid to say hi to a woman or a woman to a man because they're not knowing how they might take it if they might take it as a sexual advance.
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes people say hi and people react as if you're trying to take their clothes off.
But if all right in Jamaica, say the man them in the street go psst.
Yeah. You know what's the answer for that has always been, well, this is what I grew up hearing.
You're losing
yeah,
ear.
lose ear.
Yeah, I mean, you go take that from we. I mean, when a man say psst, you go take the fact that we can't ask him if he might lose ear from we. That is something we look forward to asking him. You losing ear, my virgin? No, is no police are going to arrest him before we can even get a chance to ask him if he might lose ear. I mean, no. I mean, there's
it's a thin line.
It's a very thin line, and I understand why these laws have to be made, because there's a lot of harassment happening, particularly between men and women, but generally, but there's a point to which, and I don't want to sound like I'm supporting anything, because I'm not, because sexual harassment is wrong.
Yes.
But when a man I go just say psst, I don't know.
Yeah.
That how it harass you?
Or the high data. Data.
No, you remember back in the day, it kind of take away some of the camaraderie. Mark, you still some of the camaraderie, some of the things that we did call camaraderie back in the day as straight sexual harassment is not camaraderie. But you remember sweet biscuit. You remember them there's something there?
Yeah.
And when the woman no answer, he said not you, mushroom crackers. You remember them there's something there? You know?
Baby love. That's one of them favorite. Baby love.
Hey, Jamaican man. But you see, me know say Jamaican man forward for you, I'm bright sometime, and you see once them put out them hand for touch, me lose them right there, so. They lose you right there, so. But sometimes you see, and I'm sure a lot of women will say the same thing. There are times when we're just having a not good day. And we're out there in the streets. And a man will say something like, smile no man. And immediately we just start to smile. So me don't know if a harassment that too.
No.
You see me I say to you?
No, that harassment.
Because if a woman say to me, smile now, it's different from when a man says smile now, I mean, let us just be frank here. When a man says smile, the daughter, me smile. It makes me smile. And that's the chemistry between man and woman.
Right.
And we don't want to lose, we're not supporting no form of harassment, but we don't want to lose that chemistry between us.
Right. And a smile is the best curve on the body.
Well.
Yeah, man. And the whole entire structure.
The whole entirely.
Yeah, the smile, you know?
For
that
real.
smile. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many mornings, so many days, women will tell you, and it's a Jamaican man thing. Because you go to foreign and no man not really business with you. Like that. You know what I mean? But we Jamaican women have a way of kind of almost expecting our Jamaican brethren to say something funny that makes us laugh and improves our day. And as long as it is respectable and decent and you're not touching us, please don't touch, just don't do that. But as long as you're not doing that, and it is decent, it's just like we need to find out what constitutes indecency, because that's going to be very difficult to determine.
True.
What is indecent, you know? because there are some women who very, very sensitive and touchy
Yes,
and and their rights should be respected.
exactly.
That's just the truth.
Sensitive subject for a lot of people, but as you said, we grew up in our culture where, we knew where to draw the line, and in terms of what we did and what we said. So,
But I tell you something though, the way how times have changed, it's not a man and woman thing anymore. Because in certain spaces, the workplace, out there in the street, women are also sexually harassing men, and
Yes.
women.
and you find that the men that are actually experiencing these advances, they are sometimes ashamed to say, that they have been sexually harassed, or it makes it, in some of them feel like they're not a man. Well, not they're less of a man, I should say. If they came forward and said that they felt like they were sexually harassed.
Yes, that's true. And can I say something too? I have heard women, because you have some very bold women, and there are times when their conversations towards men are inappropriate, and we need to consider that too. I have heard inappropriate conversations, and just like you said, the men might not say anything, but the look on their faces, you can tell that they never really appreciate the comment there, and it comes from women.
And I've seen where women have done things where if it was the tables were turned and it was the man doing that to her, she would have felt away and probably took it further in saying that she was sexually assaulted, and
I have seen that too.
Yes.
And we have to be careful. And even if it's not sexual advances, just things that they do in the workplace, that I have seen that personally. Things that women do, managers, female managers may do in the workplace, may not be sexual. But just like you said, if the tables were to turn, we would have balled out long time. And
Right.
we do it like nobody's business.
When you speak about the workplace, I've seen a case where it wasn't, well, I don't want to make any judgments, but this is what took place where a boss, who was the male, was speaking to an employee, and he actually was, like leaning on the chair, leaning over to look at what was on the desk, and the female took it as an advance, as if he was looking down her shirt or whatever the case may be. So like I said, it's a very thin line. I don't know what transpired, but that was a case at one point, and though that was how it was presented, that's what took place. So people could make their own judgments as to whether he was actually looking at what was on the desk or looking down her shirt. So.
Yeah. And there are jokes that women run amongst each other about men, and it's inappropriate. And the man them need for, even if, I don't know how them want to deal with it, but the men need to let the woman know in no uncertain terms, that's not funny.
Right.
I've heard it all the time, and it's okay because you're a woman. It's not okay, So we really do have to look at these things, because just like how some women are very sensitive, some men are very sensitive, and they have that right to be.
True indeed.
So we're going to take another commercial break. Soon go. So we are streaming live as we speak to the tri-state. So we're always sending love to the Irie Jam radio listeners and viewers. And of course, we have Beauregard live with us. Beauregard.
Yes, Mama Kelly.
You know of the music of Charlie Wilson?
Charlie Wilson. Yes, I've heard the name, definitely.
He is R&B, old school singer. And he is here in Jamaica, and he is doing a track, or perhaps has already done that track with Beresford Hammond.
Wow.
That's exactly how I feel. So I'm like, wow, So it says it was a dream collaboration between two musical legends, which has been in the making for 5 years, and everything finally hit all the right notes last Monday evening at Harmony House Studio. I just love this. I cannot wait to hear that combination.
That's definitely a good look. I know it's going to be a fire combination, Mama Kelly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And the good thing about the combinations like that is that we get his listeners and he gets ours.
Yes.
So
Yes.
collabs like that always make business sense and music sense.
True indeed. True
Yes.
indeed. You know what I want to take the time out to do, Mama Kelly? I want to big up the Reggae Girls on their mission. They got through phase 1 of their mission so far in terms of moving towards the 2023 World Women's World Cup tournament. So we'll be looking out and cheering for them and cheering them on and, waving the flag.
Yes, for real. Always a pleasure to see. It's always a pleasure to see the girls just,
Hi, this is
hello. Yeah. It's, it's always a pleasure to see the girls pushing, those boundaries,
Yes,
Love
ma'am.
it. Really love it. So, yeah, big up on herself.
True indeed.
So it's now wire clap boy. Father clap Richie.
What happened?
Because no, you see when we make a mistake, Richie is like, oh, you have to do that. And but you see when he make one, him just get this bashful look all of a sudden, and so man up in him face and clap him. Oh my God. Yeah. So it is 12:50. I love when we have the interviews. It's always great when we have the interviews. I was talking to Vaughn, was it Nick, last week, and I said to Vaughn, I love when we have the interviews and it makes sense. But sometimes when Beauregard and I just chit chat, oh that go. And he was like, say, what, mama? That's the thing.
Trust me, Mama Kelly. Wherever I go, people always, always commenting on the connection with myself and you. It's even last night I was somewhere where Talking Twitch was performing, Liquor Twitch, and I saw some gentlemen and they were like, "Yo, Killabo, we love what's going on the radio. We listen to you every day,
Yes.
especially you and Mama Kelly. Them love the connection. They love what we talk about. They love how we joke around and talk about the serious things as well."
Right. That's exactly what a sister of mine who mark hard. She when she critiquing something, it's like you cross everything where you have every finger because she mark hard. And she said to me, yesterday or the day before, I think it was after the baton thing, the relay thing. She said to me, boy, I'm always a laugh. What your original name? Beauregard. Me say, no. That's not his name, actually. Him no name, no regard. But she said, him, man, the same person where you were at that one. Boy, I'm funny. God, no. And the relating, me, I tell you, man, I know we still laugh about that, the relating. Believe me. So don't know some baton, boy. Trust me, virgin.
Wow.
No, sir. And then, one of my friends them say, if I mean that happened to me not talking, and me say, no, man, you don't talk. Because you remember me tell Beauregard, talk everything.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? Don't left out nothing.
Yeah, man.
And you didn't.
This is probably the second time I'm telling that story too,
Yeah.
Since it ever happened, it's probably the second time I talked about it.
Oh.
Outside of the family,
Yeah,
But-
man.
yeah,
the
man.
one they take the key. When every time I remember the story, I say the bridge, supposed to close. Him supposed to say to himself, "But what just go on?" No.
Why? Like me tell you, Mama Kelly, they look for them face. If him could have slapped me with the button, he would know him would have do it.
Jano!
Yeah, man.
Tell you.
But Mama Kelly, I know that you said tomorrow is your birthday. Yes.
And my
So-
brother's birthday. I have a brother who has a birthday tomorrow too, and we're
Happy.
not twins.
Okay, happy birthday to your brother as well.
God,
And-
happy birthday, God.
And I just want to wish you all the best, more life and more prosperity. And before you go, I just want to play 1 minute out of this song for you.
All right.
natural beauty, Yeah. No, I've never been someone shy until I seen your eyes. Still I had to try. Yeah. Oh yes. Let me get my words right and then approach you. Woman, I'll treat you like a man is supposed to. you'll never have to cry. No, I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And
Happy birthday, Mama Elise Kelly.
in my life,
Wishing you many, many more.
never knew anyone
Thank you so much.
so one of a kind.
You know you're never too old to blush. Let me tell you something. No, trust me. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And that really made my day. So,
Yes.
I will have a wonderful day tomorrow, most high willing. And I'll tell you all about it when we get forward on the air on Tuesday. All right? Thanks again.
Until then, enjoy your weekend, enjoy the Easter, enjoy your birthday.
Thank you very much. And enjoy your Easter holidays also.
All right.
Bless up your listeners. Okay, so now that I'm blushing and carrying on, I want to say enough respect also to our listeners who have been blessing us up. Susie from Mona, thank you very much. I certainly will. And have a fantastic day tomorrow, Queen. Thank you very much, Empress K. And then this one now is from, who this is from now? Enjoy the Bad Friday. I will. I'll do his Bad Friday. And then Happy Earth Strong Mama from Greg from Bridge Nation Street. You see a message to you, Vaughn? You see that, Vaughn? Same way, so. Anyway, so, Richie, if you don't mind.
Buju Banton, you're tuned to Sister Elise Kelly on Bridge 99 FM.
So once again, we want to say thank you very much to Beauregard and the Irie Jam radio listeners and viewers. Always a pleasure when we link up, and we always link up in the afternoon at approximately 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. Once again, we want to say enough love to the Tri-State. We always have a lot of fun from Jamaica to the Tri-State. So Tri-State, bless up yourself, and thank you always for being on the bridge while we are on Irie Jam. So this is how we say so long. Want to remember, always remember at this time of the year, the Coral Gardens atrocity, and we remember that it never happens again. That's why we have to remember it. So we remember it, April 11 to 13, 1963, and we use the opportunity to always just bless up those elders who are still with us, and to the ancestors who went through such a terrible ordeal we will never forget. So we want to say thanks again to our listeners. We could not do it without you, and this is why we're here. Blessed love also to the Untengle team. No, I can't do it without Uno. Thank you very much to the Untengle team, and have yourselves a wonderful weekend.